Well, good evening, everyone. My name's Jason. This is just Jason Keto and more, and it's Thursday night again. Hope everyone's having a good week. Every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we sit down and sort of catch up on the week and see what's going on in the world of keto and carnivore and ketovore and that all proper human diet spectrum. So hopefully everyone is having a good week so far. We've got a few people here already. Saw Katie come in early. Brenda's here. Good to see you, Brenda. Thanks for coming by. Ruby's here. Thank you, Ruby. We've got P&J's Homestead Adventures in the house. Thank you for sharing, guys. Definitely appreciate that. Luigi is here. Thank you for coming by. Luigi is here from Anita, Ketogenic Woman's community. So welcome. I know you've been trying to catch a live stream for a while, so thanks for getting over here. Definitely appreciate it. Kevin from Tuber Chat is in the house. Good to see you, Kevin. Hoping to meet up with Kevin again and so a couple other people for a night out in Toronto next weekend. So that, always look forward to things like that. We did that last year and it was a lot of fun. So looking forward to doing that again. Scratch and Pete's here. Thank you for coming in, Pete. So Terry, thank you for being here. Make sure we're not missing anyone. Northern Girl Hobbies, first time. Thank you for coming in. Welcome to the live stream. Just a Thursday night sort of Q&A hangout, catch up on the week and see what's been going on. So nothing too specific tonight. We had Kendra from Consuming the Goodness on last week. So if you missed that, you can go back and watch that conversation. That got pretty deep into the world of health and wellness. So lots of good information there. Matt and Mouse in the house. Good to see you. Their homesteading channel. Lots of good content over there. Lots of fun. Fellow Canadians as well. I should say Kevin and Pete, also fellow Canadians. Lynn is here. Thank you for coming by, Lynn. We've got Joe as well. Lady Fritzader is in the house. I just want to make sure I don't miss anyone here before we get started. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Oh, we've got another Canadian, Northern Girl Hobbies. Cool. Always good to see more Canadians. Oh, there's another Canadian. Off-Grid Adventures with T-Dogs. Good to see you. I've got your latest video ready to go. I'm going to watch that after the live stream. So I'm looking forward to that. What do we got? Everyone in the path of the snowstorm roaring across the state. Stay safe. Yep, for sure. It's I saw something about that on the news tonight, but I didn't see too many specifics about it. But yeah, everyone stay safe. I know it's pretty cold everywhere right now. That is for sure. And we've got Carrie in the house. Good to see you, Carrie. Thanks for coming by. I definitely appreciate any time y'all can spend here with me on a Thursday night. We're just hanging out. For anyone new to the channel, again, my name's Jason. I started keto just over six years ago. So it was 6 years on January 1st. And then we've been on YouTube for almost 4 years now. So we're kind of coming up on some anniversaries. And basically, I've spent the last 4 years trying to share what I learned from changing to a ketogenic lifestyle. Bringing lots of interviews, recipes, lots of chaffle recipes, kind of things. So that's sort of the short story about myself. So Hopefully everyone is feeling welcome. If you're new here, definitely welcome. Like Paul is saying here, we had a kind of an interesting week so far here at Just Jason Keto and More. I don't like to necessarily get into it too much, but we have almost 900 new subscribers here since last Thursday. So I'm guessing there's probably some new people in the live chat tonight. So if you are new, please say hi and introduce yourself, and everyone will welcome you here. So yeah, it's been quite the week for sure. Hibernation sounds good, but hey, make me go out in public. Yeah. In Atlanta, we were supposed to get a couple of inches of snow and our usual ice. Haven't seen this since. Yeah, I can imagine the amount of stress that can put on infrastructure where people aren't, or and places that aren't used to that kind of thing. Like we all see what happens when places like Texas get freezing temperatures and cold or in snow. It overwhelms everything, kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully it's not as bad as they're saying it's going to be, but we all have to sort of prepare for the worst, I guess. Actual temp that it feels where I'm in Texas by the Gulf of Mexico is 27. That's kind of chilly for there for sure. Everyone's saying hi. Yeah, it's been quite the week. My video from last Sunday, the garlic butter chaffles video that we released last Sunday, has sitting around just over 15,000 views now. So it's and it's still going pretty good. So we'll see how long that lasts. But one thing it has done, that's been a huge bump, but it's also started pushing some of my other videos quite a bit. So, that's one of those things, it's one of those things that I hope for every creator out there. I do believe that everyone that has a YouTube channel, you just keep doing what you're doing, and sooner or later, YouTube will smile down on you and sort of get you to where you want to be with your YouTube channel. This is the sort of third time this has happened for me. But it's one of those things where it's amazing. And, I wish I could do it every week, but now I'm kind of stressed out about what I'm going to do next, kind of thing. If you've ever, I'm sure everyone can relate. You might have a video that does well. You want to follow it up with something that, is comparable, so that you're not sort of disappointing the people that have started following you from one video. So yeah, the joys of being a creator, right? Yeah, chaffle dance for sure. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you can give the live stream a thumbs up, that would be appreciated. Definitely helps get it out there so more people can come out and hang out with us. And if anyone has any questions about keto or ketovore or carnivore, just feel free to ask. Henry Leslie, Vermont is here. Thank you for coming by. Also Southern California. Yes. Yeah. That is definitely not a good situation out there in California right now. So, hopefully that slows down soon, and, everyone can stay safe from those wildfires. Yeah. That's what my wife said to me, is that, maybe this video took off because of the time of year. Who knows? It's one of those things where you just never know when a video is going to, take off and get a bunch of views. I do wish I sort of know, like I knew why it happened so that I could do it every week. But all we can do is do our best to make the content that I think it's best to make content that's going to help other people. That's sort of just my philosophy for YouTube. Um, you know, whether it be with health or lifestyle or just, making people happy. That's really all we're here to do. Tiffany is in the house. Good to see you, Tiffany. And yeah, as you can see, Nightbot is here as well. So if you have a YouTube channel, you can drop your channel link in the chat by typing #Thrive, and Nightbot will do that for you. And what do we got here? I saw a question from Luigi. When you started keto, did you do under 20 grams carbs? I guess sort of right at first. Yeah, I tried to keep up with the sort of under 20 grams. I would say that technically I probably focused more on net carbs than I did total carbs for the first year anyways. And I was able to sort of get to the goals that I had doing that. I think after that is when I had to start focusing more on, total carbs kind of thing. So yeah, I definitely would target under 20 grams of carbs when I first started, just to, and I also actually tested for ketones and all that when I first started as well. So I was always trying to balance that out and make sure I was in ketosis and everything. So yeah, and I actually ate quite a few veggies when I first started too. So yeah, lots of cauliflower and broccoli and stuff like that. That was part of almost every meal back then. Now I'm not necessarily having vegetables with every meal these days, but I still have some of them, a few times a week. So I was told in the past to keep pumping the same relevant videos. Yep, for sure. It's one of those things where you sort of have to follow the trends and what's going on. As a creator, you'll probably notice, I don't know if I can share it with you here. If you notice on your, it's been a while since I shared a screen here. So let me share this with you. If you notice as a creator, there's a tab on your channel content page now that's called inspiration. So if you click on that, it's sort of YouTube's trending AI, I guess you would call it. Like it's their way of sort of giving you some ideas of what might be relevant in your niche, I guess. So like you can see the top one here, the ultimate chaffle guide, sweet and savory, or chaffle masterclass techniques and tricks or tips. So things like that are definitely worth doing, but you're right. It's one of those things where you do want to sort of keep things relevant to what you're doing. In a way, you can only sort of do what you can. I've been doing chaffle recipes for over a year now. This one that I did was 83 or 84 or something like that. So I've been sort of trying to do the same kind of content every week on a regular basis kind of thing. And that's really helped because it has, while I haven't seen the success that have this week or on a couple of other videos, for the most part, each week it's getting really good uh, engagement. Lots of people are watching those videos. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of luck in it. I like to premiere my videos every week instead of just releasing them. So it's a just and my theory behind that, I think it helps get some uh, view time on that video within the first hour. So if you do a premiere on your new video, and let's say you get 20, 30, 40, 50 views on that premiere, uh, it can tell YouTube, or it can help sort of push that video out there, because that first hour that a video is live is really important. I think you want to get that click through rate up as high as you can in the first hour, and obviously your view duration is really important. But I find it helps to premiere videos. That it helps get the ball rolling in that first hour kind of thing. So yeah, keep it up. You'll be doing the 10K dance. Yeah. Well, I guess it's one of those things where you got to be careful what you ask for, right, Tiffany? Yeah. It's lonely being the only dancer so far. Yeah, well, I'll get there sooner or later. I love green beans canned from the garden. Yep, green beans are good. I like green beans as well, for sure. Fever Dream Animation is here. Thank you for coming by. What would you say is the best benefit you gained from a keto lifestyle? Well, it's one of those things where it's not sort of one thing. I always have said, and again, I had the sort of tunnel vision when I first started keto of I need to lose weight, I need to lose weight, I need to lose. So that was sort of my main focus when I started. But when I quickly realized is that you know ultimately a ketogenic lifestyle isn't a weight loss diet so much as it is a health optimization lifestyle. So basically, you're trying to heal the damage that you've done by eating processed foods and seed oils and all that stuff. In my case, it was, 49 years of eating crap. So, well, not 49, but most of my life. Right. So, getting healthy and losing the weight sort of made a lot of different changes. Like I used to have sore knees all the time. My back was always sore. I had plantar fasciitis. That's gone away. I've dealt with some digestive issues for the longest time, and that keto sort of started fixing that. And I've done some other things with fermented foods and whatnot to sort of help get that even better. So yeah, like ultimately it's sort of a big blanket of, yes, I lost weight, but I also feel better overall. And, honestly, I sort of feel younger every year instead of older. So I'm doing this to, you know, ultimately so I can keep up with my two grandkids at this point, because if I wasn't, I hadn't made these changes, I can't imagine how I'd be keeping up with the, 7 and 3-year-old grandkids. Like that's just, you know, I know how I felt back then. Um, so if I still felt that way, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd probably have to be lay in bed after them being here for all day. So hopefully that answers the question. Like I say, it's one of uh, those things where, a lot of people start a keto diet just for weight loss. And then I think there's a tipping point where some people start it for weight loss, they lose weight, but then they sort of fall off. But then, so there's that segment of people, but then there's another that sort of realize that they feel too good on a ketogenic lifestyle to go back to the way they felt on a standard American diet kind of thing. So long answer for for your question, but hopefully that sort of that's the way I have felt about it. So I just came across that new feature as well. Yeah, I haven't actually done anything with it yet, but I do know it's there. So I'm hopefully in the next little while going to try out some of the recommendations that they have. So seen the eye recommendations, have yet to really experiment. Yeah. Danny's here. Thank you for coming by, Danny, another member of the ketogenic woman community. Great supporter of the channel. Ruby's, I like it and get good ideas, but the thumbnail is, yeah, the thumbnails that they suggest for the videos in that inspiration tab are pretty funky for sure. Crafty Witch is here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Again, if you want to drop your channel link, just type #Thrive in the chat and the bot will do that for you. Crafty Witch 232 here. She has some great live streams where she's making some fun crafts. It's always pretty entertaining for sure. Do you market your premiere? I should be doing it more. So let's look at the one from last week. So I premiered last week's video at 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, and I posted it at 1:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, that's how far ahead I posted it before it premiered. I know that I need to start building up some content that I can release on a schedule kind of thing so that it's out there and getting into the algorithm for longer. It's just one of those things where it's not the filming and it's not the editing that takes me long or any of it. It's just having the time to actually do that part. You'll notice if you watch any of my videos, some of them are live narrated. I wear a mic and I narrate them as I'm doing the recipe video, but then some of them are done with a voiceover narration. The different sort of thing is whether or not I have time to do a video when I'm home alone versus not having that ability. And, so what I'll do is I'll do my video recording of the recipe and then I'll edit the video and then I'll do a narration over top of it kind of thing. So that's the reasoning behind why I do those things. I'd like to live narrate everything, but just, when I'm not home alone, I don't like doing that. So yes, feeling younger is always definitely a good thing to experience. The mud files are here. Thanks for coming by, Sue. Definitely appreciate it. I think I saw some more people coming in. Stitching it up, capturing country life. Welcome to the live stream. I don't know that you've been here before, so welcome to the live stream. We're just hanging out, talking about a few things keto related. And draw. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Anyone that's not connected with each other, make sure you check everyone out so that we can grow this community. I'd be new to keto. Can you give a quick rundown as to what is not ketogenic friendly? Well, high level, basically no sugars, no grains, and no seed oils. That's not to say that technically speaking, seed oils aren't ketogenic because they're low in carbs, right? But seed oils are just as bad for you as sugar is, in my opinion. Okay. So, and there's lots of studies out there now that are showing that it's one of the worst things we ever did was introduce these seed oils to the food chain. So, anyways, I'll leave that. That's for sort of smarter people than me to explain. But the high level is, again, no sugar and no grains and no seed oils. That's a good place to start. So, obviously regular actual sugar, but anything that you're trying to, um, you're trying to stop the glucose spikes. So anything, even things like high fructose fruits, uh, at first things like honey, fruit juice, stuff like that, that's higher in glucose, because sugar has a lot of different names, but what we're really trying to do is we're trying to keep our glucose levels as low as we can, or in a balance, because the glucose levels go up and down all the time, but we're trying to bring them down to a normal level and keep them balanced, right? So ultimately, you're just trying to stay under the 20 grams of carbs per day. Let me get this one. I just saw this one. No, olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, lard, tallow, ghee, butter. All of those are, what you want to try and use. You want to try and stay away from the corn oils, the canola oil, the rapeseed oil, which is canola oil. So that's the ones that you're trying to avoid. If you can, again, it's really hard. I didn't at first when I first started keto, but I'm pretty focused on, like, I make my own mayonnaise now. So I just use avocado oil to make mayonnaise. It's more expensive, obviously, but I feel better trying to avoid, because even a most store-bought mayonnaise are going to be, the main ingredient is going to be some sort of seed oil. So hopefully that sort of gets you on a track. Again, it's one of those things where we all have to figure out what works for us. Low carb works for lots of people. So we're talking under 50 grams a day of carbs. So you're just trying to avoid the processed sugars and some of the processed foods and stuff like that. That can really help with a lot of people too, right? You don't necessarily have to go full ketogenic to see the benefits. Like if you talk to Paula and Jason at P&J's Homestead Adventures, they've made smaller changes and still seen a lot of benefit to it. So, you just basically have to find out what is working for you. If you want to specifically get into a state of ketosis, you need to avoid things that are higher in carbs. Basically, you're trying to keep that carb level as low as you can so that your body can stop using glucose for fuel and start using fat that you have stored on your body for fuel. That's basically the whole goal with it. Mel runs things is here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Everyone's saying hi here. We've got Hortense Mason from Texas. Here it's other people are saying it's pretty chilly in Texas. Not sure how it is where you are, but hopefully it's not too bad. body has a harder time digesting them. Yeah, the latest studies on seed oils are saying that the half-life of processing them uh, through your system is a long time. It stays with you a long time. And, I don't know if it was last week or the week before I was talking about something that Dr. Ken Berry sort of brought up. I think it was Ken Berry. It may have been someone else at Keto Palooza that brought this up. McDonald's used to fry their French fries in tallow. So that's basically animal fat. So they were made deep fried in tallow. But somewhere, I think in the 80s, they switched to using seed oils with foaming agents and everything in it because they found that they could use it longer. They didn't have to change it as much as they did with the tallow. But what's coming out from the research is basically the impact on your overall health from French fries, deep fried from McDonald's, is equivalent to smoking cigarettes, basically. So one French fry is like smoking a cigarette. That's putting things in perspective. So again, I don't have the studies that say these things. Much smarter people than me are saying these things. So, you got to take it with a grain of salt, but that sort of highlights the issue that we're having with health these days. So are things going to change coming up in the next few years? I don't know. Somehow I don't think they are, but hopefully some companies start to get rid of these bad oils and replacing them with something healthier. We'll see what happens. So, what else we got here? No more jam making with sugar. Yeah. Well, like I say, it's all about balance in your lifestyle. One of the biggest problems I have with myself is that I cannot moderate anything. Like one of my worst vices with the things that I was the worst with was like potato chips. So if I started eating potato chips, I couldn't stop, until the bag was empty. That is the problem that I have. Could I be fine if I had, 2 or 3 potato chips every week? Yeah, I'd be perfectly fine. It's not going to hurt me. That's not me, though. I can't do that. So knowing that, accepting that fact, now I just abstain from eating foods like that because I know me, right? You need to know you. You need to know what is going to impact how it's going to impact your health or how you can mentally handle things that you should be moderating. We should all moderate things like donuts and fast food and all that, but because it's convenient and quick and all that, we wind up not doing that. So mainly anything processed that has, yep, absolutely. Copper's Carnivore Kitchen is in the house. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you all being here tonight. We have done simple changes. We are still eating jam here and there, but eating less ice cream. But again, you have to know yourself. Can you say to yourself, okay, well, I'm going to have ice cream once a month? If you can do that, I applaud you because that's the way we're supposed to be. I wish I could do it, but it's one of those things that I can't. So, there's a safe one. Yeah. I cut out GMOs, bioengineered foods, almost all processed foods, and I'm down 65 pounds. There you go. So at the end of the day, if all you do is eat whole foods, you're going to see a benefit from it. It's just simple as that. So you want to quit using oils that have been created with chemicals that need to clean them up, like canola oil, olive oil, and avocado oil. Yes, most olive oil and avocado oil are perfectly fine. You still want to not buy really cheap uh, oils, unfortunately, obviously, because they're better oils, they're going to be more expensive. But I always say, you can pay this much for healthcare and medicine and, for the rest of your life, or you can spend it over here and you can get better food. It's sort of a balancing act. I'm willing to spend the money on the healthier food so that I don't have to spend it on, being on medications for the rest of my life. Paula, I'm now 10 pounds down and holding. There you go. Just by making simple changes. That's what it's all about. So I can cut out the carbs for sure. So yeah, cutting out the carbs is a good start. Keep in mind though, once you start doing those things, there's always little things about, once you start cutting out the carbs, you want to keep on top of staying hydrated. If you get dehydrated, once you stop eating a lot of carbs, then you can start feeling like crap. So hydration is definitely important. Together We Travels here. Bonnie's here as well. Thank you for coming by, Bonnie. I appreciate it. Coffee Walks and Whatever is here. Some more. I think they've been keto for a few weeks now, so they're seeing some good benefits from it as well. Canada Oil Canola was originally mechanical oil for ships and motors. Yes. So that basically says it all right there. It was a machine lubricant that they were able to pass off as something that your body can consume. So, yay. What do we got going on here? You guys got an inch. Coppers is in Alaska. So I'm surprised you only got an inch. That's why I like to hunt and provide my own food. Yep. I wish a lot more people could, for sure. I eat potato chips after not eating them in months, and they're disgusting. Yep. True enough. Eat pork. Yeah, I eat a lot of pork rinds. That's for sure. It's one of those things where you have to try and find the best way to replace things that you really do like. The crunch is one thing that you do miss some things. Like if you're into the potato chips and all that kind of stuff, it's the crunch kind of thing and the salt. So I've more or less replaced them with pork rinds. So I did some testing with the CGM, and poor Bonnie and Anita had to listen to me complain after too. How did we eat those things? Oh, I hear you. Oh, I could easily do the pork rinds. Yeah, I like them. A lot of people don't like them at all, but I do like them as an alternative for sure. The only problem here in Canada, or at least in my area, it's really hard to get. There's only a couple of different ones, so I'm kind of burned out the ones we can get, but it's the only ones we can get, so I just keep going back to them. Just went downtown to get pork rinds and sold out. Oh no, that's no good. Working from home is a real temptation. Those snacks are just in the cupboard. Absolutely. Crunchy breading for chicken for sure. Yeah, and you can make nachos with them, and you can grind them up, and you can make waffles with them, and lots of things you can do with them as if you can get past the taste of them for sure. Yeah, let food be thy medicine. Real clean whole foods. Yep, absolutely. I have really noticed when you put better quality foods and you stop craving the bad ones. Yep, absolutely. And that's why we crave those foods, right? Most of those processed foods are engineered so that we will crave them. You know, it's not a coincidence. Those foods are made so that we'll want more of them. That's it. That's full stop, so that we will buy more and more and more, and we won't stop. So I'm a pescatarian, so I'm not sure how keto fits in my life, but I'm listening and absorbing what you're saying. Again, it's one of those things where you can make most, diet choices work with a ketogenic lifestyle. You just have to sort of, again, I don't know the specifics about pescatarian, but I'm assuming it is more focused on whole foods, which again ultimately is going to be, a great leap forward than eating standard diets. So still 35 here, but we are seeing some big flakes. Well, if it's 35 there, I saw someone say that Texas was 27 today. So that is kind of crazy that Alaska is 35 and Texas is 27. That is not good. Thanks for coming in, Ruby. You may be gone by now, but I definitely appreciate anytime any of you can stay here, hang out with us. I know it's not a super exciting live stream most of the time, but I like to get on here once a week at least to catch up with everyone. If you missed the beginning of the live stream, we're up to, we've gained almost 900 new subscribers since last Thursday. So I definitely wanted to get on here and welcome any new subscribers that are here for the first time. As you can see, it's a welcoming community that we have over here. We've got a good mix of fellow creators from all over different genres and different niches. Lots of homesteaders, crafters, everything here. So we're all here, sort of lifting each other up. But then we've also got a good mix of people from the ketovore, carnivore, proper human diet community that are here to lift people up on that side of things too. So most of my cooking is done now with bacon grease. Get it from Bacon Cooking, so I consider it free. Yep, for sure. Might as well keep that bacon grease. Yeah, gotta love good water. What are we seeing here? Down 25 pounds, and Deb is down 10-ish pounds. Well, that's amazing right there. And I'll sort of say I hope she's not sort of, she's probably cursing you because she's not losing weight as much as you are, but that's, unfortunately genetics and hormones are what cause that. Males are always going to lose weight quicker than females. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. But I bet you she's feeling better even with that 10 pounds that she's lost. So good for you guys. Hopefully you can stick with it and see all the benefits. So yeah, I'll just kind of suck to not have potatoes. Yeah, you would not believe how much potatoes and rice I used to eat. So um, yeah. So yeah, lots of good people here. We have been in the 40s. It's been crazy. I've had grass for 3 weeks. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. We had 12 inches a couple of days ago. Yeah. We had 4 feet last month. And now it's gone back to sort of normal now, but yeah, it's crazy. Lady Fritzader ate 1 ounce of Lay's potato chips over the holiday. I used to crave them and they were very unexciting. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Popcorn's good too. I definitely enjoy popcorn as well. Not anymore, but yeah, I could eat to the bottom of a bucket of popcorn for sure. I like pork rinds, and I use a lot of pork panko. Yep, for sure. Yeah, pork panko is good for making crusts on things. Kendra is here. Thank you for coming by, Kendra. Kendra and I had a good conversation last week on a live stream. So if you missed that, you can find that in the live stream tab. We had talked about a lot of good topics. So it's good to see you here, Kendra. Finally have enough ice here in Ontario, but no snow. Yeah, it's been weird this winter for sure. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you can hit the channel, the thumbs up, that would be definitely appreciated. We can push the live streams out to as many people as we can. I forgot before I ate them that they were in seed oil. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's definitely hard to find chips that aren't made with seed oils. So yeah, one of those things. I dehydrated some zucchini with a bit of salt. Very good. Yeah, that would be tasty for sure. Vermont, 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Cool. Tiffany's back. Thanks for coming back, Tiffany. Appreciate it. Have you watched Carnivore Chips from Chris Koenig, Nashville? Cindy and Brian Demash tried them. I have not watched it yet. I got to catch up on all his videos. I've just been busy doing some other stuff, but yeah, he comes up with some crazy recipes for sure. Have to hop over to a panel. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you coming by here and hanging out with us. So yeah, anytime that anyone can spend on the live stream is definitely appreciated. I'm 100 pounds more than her. Yep. Yeah. Well, like I say, it's it's not uncommon for guys to drop weight like super fast, and then it'll sort of plateau and it'll slow down. Whereas females, a lot of times it's a lot slower to start with, but then once they heal their bodies, then it'll start to pick up even faster. So it's an age-old thing. Guys have always been able to lose weight a lot easier. So have to hop off for a Zoom call. Thank you for coming by, Melissa. It's definitely appreciated. We will see you maybe tomorrow night in the Zoom call with Anita. Not sure, but definitely Sunday at her live stream. Everyone's saying bye. Unfortunately, your most disliked video live stream. Yeah. It's one of those things that I look at and I think, okay, well, we did a live stream and I know we touched on a few topics that, may or may not have been what people wanted to hear. So I'm actually not surprised. And when I say, let's put this into perspective. When I say that it was my most disliked live stream ever, I'm not saying that it was pounded with thumbs down. I just don't usually get dislikes on my live streams. So that's the perspective when I say that. So um, it's one of those things where you just never know. Like sometimes videos, um, the um, they sort of have something in them that people don't like. You never know what it is, unfortunately. But if we look at things, and there's one thing, um, not to harp on it too much, but this video from this last week that has brought all these new people into the community is what, 15,200 views now, and it has over 1,400 likes on it and no dislikes yet. Knock on wood. Of course, now that I say that, it's going to happen, but it's one of those things you can be proud of, I guess, that you put something out there that has that high of a like ratio with people not liking something. Because it's funny, for the most part, most of my chaffle recipe videos get 1 or 2 dislikes once it reaches 500 views, something like that. So hard to understand sometimes. Homemade cottage cheese chips are awesome. Yes, they would be. Cottage cheese bagels. Yeah, that'd be good too. Heading off. Good to see you. Have to go cook some chaffles. Well, there you go. Thank you for coming by. Definitely appreciate it. I'm just stuck in slow weight loss speed, slower than slow. Yeah, it's one of those things where it sort of gets it's disappointing and disheartening when things are slow like that. But, again, all we have to keep remembering is that we're trying to heal our bodies. We're trying to do our best for our overall health. That's all we can do. That's the only way that we're ever going to sort of lose the weight that we need to lose. So Nora's here. Thanks for coming in, Nora. Definitely appreciate it. Everyone's saying hi to Nora. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked actually so far, but like I say, now that I've said something about it, it's going to get a whole bunch of dislikes in the next day and a half. But yeah, oh well. Channel is growing so much. Yeah, it's definitely exciting. Like I was saying earlier, it's one of those things that I hope for everybody. As a creator, is to get those videos that do sort of get pushed out by YouTube. And one of the sort of nice side effects of when something like that happens with a video, from what I've seen anyways in the past, is that turns into one of those videos that will get views, like substantial views every day. So what I'm sort of talking about, so if we look back, my first sort of big video that the channel ever had was the onion ring chaffles video. So that was back, like, what was that? That was quite a while ago that I did that video, and it's up over 30,000 views now and everything. But what's happened is this week, while this video is getting a lot of views, that video has doubled in the amount of views it's getting every day too. So the nice thing is when you can get videos that just continue to get views all the time. Again, I think all of us can do it. It's just a matter of staying consistent, putting out good quality content. What that is up to everybody, and their kind of content. I don't know anybody here on YouTube that I'm connected with that doesn't put out good quality content. I never had videos that blew up until this summer, and then I've had a couple. So it can happen for everyone, and it will happen for everyone. So we just got to stay on the grind for sure. Cool. Thank you for coming by. Like I said, I got your video ready to go on my laptop for after the live stream. So I'll be checking that out. Again, if you want to drop your channel link, just type hashtag Thrive in the chat. Nightbot, I'll drop that for you. If you want to do that, we'll be on for another 5 minutes or so. Kristen's here. Thanks for coming by, Kristen. Appreciate you being here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. So yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good week. We're second week of January. Hopefully any changes you're trying to make have started to work for you. I did want to sort of put a question out there to anyone sort of in the chat, my regular people here. As some of you may or may not know, I've started working on my cookbook that I'm going to try and get out this year. It's that's my sort of goal for 2025 is to get my cookbook finished and sort of put out as an ebook kind of thing. I think I'll probably offer it up as part of for my members, and then also for sale as an ebook. It's not going to be very expensive because it's not really going to be very exciting. It's just sort of documenting a number of my chaffle recipes kind of thing. So I guess my question out there, and I don't know if I even really need to do this, but if there's anyone out there that is willing to sort of take a look at what I have put together already, like it doesn't really include any recipes, but it's sort of a list of recipes and all that. Just let me know, and I can sort of forward you a draft copy of it just to take a look at, and let me know what you think. I'm always, it's one of those things where I've never done anything like this before, so some sort of criticism, suggestions, things like that, I'm all for it, because I don't want to put something out there that's not worth paying for, kind of thing. So if you're willing to take a look at it, let me know. You can send me an email at justjasonketo@gmail.com. If you want to send me an email so that I have your email, I'll forward it to you. And then if you can critique it and, say, is it too much? Is it not enough? All that kind of thing. I can send you a copy, and I would definitely appreciate some feedback. So cool, Mel. Yeah. If you can just email me with just so that I have your email address, I'll forward you what I have already. And then, because like I say, I've never done anything like this before, and I want to make sure that it's I'm not looking for like a number one best-selling ebook on Amazon or whatever kind of thing. I just want something that I can, give back to the community with at a really cheap price kind of thing. All of the recipes are there on my channel already to see. But I think having something on paper, well, not on paper, but at least electronic that you can print out, I think is always nice to have. I've bought a few ebooks or like e-cookbooks in the past. So cool. Yeah, I can send it to you, Kender, as well, if you want to take a quick look at it and let me know what you think. Again, it's one of those, I started off saying, okay, well, I'm going to do 80 recipes in it. And then I'm like, okay, well, that's just kind of dumb. That's just way too much work. So what I've actually done is I brought it down to 50 for now. I don't know. Is 50 too many? 25 enough? Like, that's sort of one of those things where I'm kind of looking for feedback from the community as to what might be worth putting out there, because obviously the ultimate plan would be to do multiple volumes, so it wouldn't be a one and done kind of thing. The first one would have 25, 50 recipes. The next one would have the next 25 or 50 or whatever. It's something I would like to keep sort of putting out there. But I'd also like to keep it at a point where realistically, time-wise, I can get it done in time to get it out this year. So Luigi is saying not enough. Yeah. Never enough. Like I say, I'm also going to link the videos on every recipe page as well, so that if someone wants to actually see it made, they can do that as well. So 50 to 80 is enough for an ebook. That's good to know. Spicy, non-spicy, and dessert chaffles. Yeah, like I say, I can do that for sure. I could sort of categorize them, sweet, savory, spicy, that kind of thing. One thing I'll let everybody know is that I probably will not be doing. I'm not going to include any of the recipes that have products involved in them. So I do have a few recipes that have like Quest chips and Keto Chow and all that kind of stuff as a product ingredient. I'm probably not going to include those. That's just a personal thing, but that's only a handful, so it's not really going to be a very big impact. So yeah, I figured they might as well put links on. It's an ebook, so I could put hyperlinks on the pages that will allow direct access to the videos, and then I can I also have a recipe playlist that I could link to as well. So again, it's all good things to get feedback from the community that ultimately I'm trying to put this together for all of you. What would you like to see, kind of thing. So that's about it for this week. We've reached our hour, so hopefully everyone has enjoyed the live stream. Sorry there wasn't any sort of like anything specific that we were talking about as far as the topic goes, but it's been an exciting week here for the channel. All I can hope for is to get continue to grow so that we can reach more people, so that we can help more people, because that's my goal. It's the only reason I started YouTube. The only reason I'm here is to help as many people as I can. So we'll see what happens this weekend. I'm not sure if I'll have a recipe video this weekend. I'm going to, I think it all depends on how this video continues on for the rest of the week. I don't want to sort of step on top of it, but, depending on how it goes, we may have another video out on Sunday. If not, we'll be back next Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll have another chat. Maybe I'll see if there's someone else that wants to come on. So that's about it for this week. Keep on thriving, my friends. Have a good night.